Well, I guess I'll try making more consistent videos now. What's up, guys? I'm back yet again for another roast video. Well, actually, I'm not. This is not a roast video. This is a new series I'm calling Chrome's Corrections. This series will discuss YouTube channels, but instead of mining for every bit of negative information, we will do a good overview of a channel and give it a bit more leverage. If you guys couldn't tell by the thumbnail, today we'll be talking about a person you guys have been asking for a very, very long time. BSP, or Broken Solar Panel. Let me first say that this video has been way overdue. This video actually had its own script from a few months ago, which would have been another roast video, but actually I ran into a problem. Believe it or not, I do not have a problem with BSP. He kinda does his own thing, and that's not really a problem for me. I will explain all of this in a second, but first, let's go over the demand for this video. Compared to other YouTubers such as It's Super, now known as Wisconsin Sirens because he changed his name and wanted to be like somebody else, Broken Solar Panel was actually the #1 most recommended person for me to talk about. So, after a long year of procrastinating, I'm gonna make a new video to talk about him. And I know my setup is still shitty. I'm still using the P12 microphone that I've been using this entire time. It's literally just a headset. As usual, we'll start off with the first part. Let's talk about everything on Broken Solar Panel's channel. So first, I'd like to talk about his grand scheme of his YouTube channel. For one thing, grammatical errors everywhere. I mean everywhere. He doesn't seem to use the shift button on this keyboard like ever. But at the same time, he uses incredibly difficult ways of writing. Anyway, he has almost 4,000 subscribers, nearly 3 million views, of when the script was written. Fun fact, the script was written about 5 months ago, and now he's at 4.5. So I guess all the TSM videos really did a toll on these kids, eh? Besides that, there's nothing else to talk about except that the JPEG crust on his banner is just disgusting. Looks like some straight out of MS Paint. Next, let's talk about his connection with the people and the social aspect. First, we have to talk about his influence on the Siren community. Let's just say that it isn't very good. There's a running joke in his TSM series, aka Tornado Siren Madness, which is a faulty rotator system that Well Engineering uses for their 4000 and 3000 series. This makes it so that the siren cannot make a full 360-degree turn, or else the wires inside would snap. So they have a rotator assembly that rotates in both directions, instead of having the collector rings that several other sirens contain, where they can make a full 360-degree turn and keep going. Broken Solar Panel blew the fuck out of this joke in RSS, or Random Siren Shorts, another series he started.
Hey Waylon. How are your collector rings doing?
I don't know what happened if I had collector rings and brushes installed in my rotator.
Hello Wayland Vortex, how are your collector rings doing?
How art thou collector rings doing?
What's up Vortex? What's new with your collector rings?
Vortex, how are your collector rings doing?
Shut up, I can't believe so many EOWSs are making fun of my lack of collector rings.
Hey Vortex, how are your collector rings doing?
With this, we can look at the simple video like this one, describing a man making and using a collector ring assembly he actually made. Now looking at the comments, it's not so good. Everybody just talks about the collector rings joke, and this is entirely from Broken Solar Panel. Another example of this is pretty much in every one of his videos. I could not be more disappointed. Just the same comment, over and over and over. Lastly, his Tornado Siren Madness series has inspired people to use his drawings as their profile pictures for all types of media, including YouTube, Discord, and many other things. I just find it to be cringy and annoying and repetitive, but I guess that's just me. But my last segment in this topic is the fact that Broken Solar Panel is attracting all the Siren Kitties, and it sucks. What I mean by a Siren Kitty is pretty much any Siren enthusiast under the age of 13. This would make them extremely childish, act downright dumb, and laugh at collector ring jokes. With all of these kitties, they are prone to swarming the ARS Discord, and either spamming memes, Broken Solar Panel jokes, or just screaming when they don't get something that they want. Now, here's something that I have to discuss. As much as I hate how many Siren Kitties there are, I can't stop them, and I really don't have a problem with them. Sure, they will annoy me, but we are all Siren Kitties at some point. Looking back, do any of you guys remember Zozy1231 from 2008? He made the original Siren Madness videos, and if you guys remember, he uses the exact same laser jokes that Broken Solar Panel does. Therefore, Zozy is the early version of Broken Solar Panel, so I can't help but just let him do his thing. So how can I judge someone trying to make the same thing that I enjoyed when I was a kid, and the fact that I was part of that same demographic that was feeding into what is now? Therefore, broken solar panel's influence onto the Siren community is kind of bad to some people, but really, it's been this way for a very long time, and the growth of social media has just made it so much more obvious to those who didn't notice it. So, for all those people that are screaming, I'm sorry, but I have to disagree. Let the flame wars in the comments begin. Let's also mention one of his biggest mess ups in his Siren enthusiast build and career. Broken Solar Panel wanted to make his own mini Thunderbolt that is 3D printed. The funny thing is, he actually didn't make them. He had a friend 3D print them, and then bought it for an outrageous price. Basically, he bought $5 worth of plastic and spent $87, which is way too much for what he's getting. The templates he got for the Thunderbolt project were apparently stolen, so he didn't have any way of making them. So, wow. Pay attention to when I say apparently, because I don't know if any of this is true, besides what I can see from his videos himself, or just people that know him. Now, let's actually get into his videos. Now, luckily, he has somewhat of a basis. Animation, electronics, projects, and overall just random videos. So not the worst thing I've seen, like Asa, but not a good basis of videos either. At least he doesn't repeat and upload several times on accident, or upload videos that only are a few seconds long. First with animations. I don't really know where I can land on this. There are several videos that look alright, maybe some not too much, but I definitely say it has somewhat of good style and artwork for these videos, albeit MS Paint, but do what you gotta do. The Tornado Siren Madness and Random Siren Shorts series are animated and illustrated by Broken Solar Panel himself. Seeing the drawings in their original form, they actually don't look that terrible. I can tell that he spent a lot of time making them, thus I don't really have an issue with the siren quality itself. The text and backgrounds, however, can be a bit of an eyesore, and it really brings that confidence down for me. Another issue for me is the laser icons and different decals that he tries using when making animation. It's just uninteresting and annoying. Next are electronics. In these videos, they are actually quite interesting. The only issue is the camera quality, as well as the audio quality. Being me, I love electronic building and design, and I plan to be an electrical engineer myself. And these videos are very sparking for me, so maybe not for others, but it's just me. Moving on, we have projects. These are a hit or miss. The Monopoly version of Tornado Siren Madness is pretty well made. The design is very unique. However, some of his projects, such as playing songs through the Mega Blaster, Mini Thunderbolt, and the songs he makes are just kinda creepy or weird. The songs through the Mega Blaster are only used just for leverage and something to talk about, because he's done this for 9/11 and several other events. I'm sure he has an audio jack for all of these, and contain no actual tone producing circuits, such as 555 timers. So I can't tell if these videos are actually worth anything. The Mini Thunderbolt is a project he's been working on for probably over a year now. It's continuously being remade, and the itty bitty small parts that go into the itty bitty small problems are kinda pointless. Like, I understand you want to make an exact replica, but is it worth it or worth all the videos you're making on it? No, not really. A single video documenting the whole thing would be much more interesting than just making these videos, as they're repetitive and have no real meaning behind them, except maybe a swap of a part or adding one single new part and making the video 3 to 5 minutes. Lastly, he makes these random videos with blue screen of death on Windows, skits, or music tutorials. It sucks as these videos ruin his stability of videos. I personally think he should stick to just circuit building and siren projects rather than these Q&As. Then the stuff he would just randomly talk about, like this.
Welcome back to another Broken Solar Panel Q&A.
These videos are very uninteresting, completely different than his animation style. This is just like the problem I talked about with Asa, where his videos had absolutely no consistency and I got confused when watching one video then moving on to the next. I was seemingly jumping from sirens to animations to just real life videos and just him screaming. With Broken Solar Panel, I'm experiencing the exact same thing, where I'm seeing a reality of an animation, next to an animation, next to a tutorial, next to a music video, and next to a Q&A. All of these videos are directly polar to each other, and it just doesn't have any consistency. So, from what I have evaluated today, I have a spectrum of Broken Solar Panel's videos. Going to the beginning and the non-harmful side. His videos on electronics and overall educational videos lie here. Next is the projects in the board game. They are both somewhat uninteresting, repetitive, and overdo the amounts of videos needed for a single project, but they are still worth the effort. Next is the animations, and although they are pretty animated well, the sound quality is very unsettling as he uses text-to-speech pretty much the entire time, and sometimes the audio effects just completely destroy my mic. And the Tornado Siren Madness and Random Siren Shorts videos are very repetitive and annoying. Lastly, in the most dangerous side, his Q&A/skit videos are the most toxic, as these videos are unnervingly strange, weird, and just really boring. He does try to be entertaining in these videos with the songs, however, it still drags away his purpose of trying to be entertaining, but then he starts acting entirely childish, which ruins it, and very immature. Broken Solar Panel himself isn't entirely the worst person I've met in the siren enthusiast community, but definitely falls under the cringy list of people I've met. Between the stolen 3D models and his cringy songs, I can't tell if he's doing this for a child audience or just trying way too hard to be entertaining. Anyway, that was my channel view of Broken Solar Panel. I did not think I would ever have to finish this video, as that the script was still around and lurking in my Google Docs for a very long time. It took me about 5 months to write this entire script as I wrote it piece by piece. I grew extremely procrastinated and did not even act on this video until just now. I hope you guys enjoyed, and suggest in the comments who should I talk about next. Until next time, my name is Chrome7Fan, and you just watched another one of my pointless videos.